My name is Dr. Mary Curtin, and I am an assistant professor at the Kemmy Business School, University of Limerick. My research focuses primarily on sustainability and agricultural sector. I also examine female farm ownership, particularly females, as innovators for farm diversification and changing work practices. My next big work project will be assessing how sustainable farming methods affect income, gender equality, and the environment. I am lucky that my research is interdisciplinary, and I work on different projects across the business school. While I was studying for my degree in law and accounting, I was working for an agricultural solicitor and tax consultant, where I witnessed the barriers women face in farm ownership and decision making. This motivated me to investigate the structural and cultural factors that limit female participation in farming. One major finding is that land ownership remains heavily patriarchal in Ireland. Financial barriers, inheritance laws, social expectations limit women's access to farmland. However, there's growing awareness and policy interests in addressing these issues. Public engagement ensures research doesn't just stay in academic circles. I write for platforms like R2E Brainstorm and The Currency to make topics accessible and influence public discourse. I also contribute to radio discussions and conferences to reach a broader audience. Public engagement is important to me because it ensures my research has impact beyond academia. Sustainability is at the heart of my research across different projects. I focus on how economic, social, and environmental sustainability intersect, whether it's investigating gendered land ownership in agriculture, workforce planning in the equine sector, or developing financial models for biodiversity. My work contributes to policy and practice by identifying sustainable solutions for employment, land use, and resource management in rural industries. I am also a member of the Accountability Research Cluster in the Business School. This cluster brings together researchers working on social responsibility, gender equity, and sustainability reporting. I am engaged in a number of European Commission-funded projects and teams. For example, Biofin, which is a Horizon Europe-funded project, is examining ways to unlock private finance to support biodiversity. My role is investigating farmer custodianship, how farmers see themselves as stewards of the land, and how financial incentives like results-based payment schemes can encourage sustainable farming practices. I have also contributed to the design of results-based payment schemes which reward farmers based on ecological outcomes. Another project I'm involved in is Renew to Cycle. It focuses on circular economy principles in agriculture. My role involves hosting the Fields of Change podcast on Spotify. The show brings together experts to discuss the future of sustainable farming. We cover topics such as circular economy in agriculture, innovative nutrient management, and the role of policy in shaping farm sustainability. This research aims to support policy and practical solutions. A lot of vital discussions on sustainability and biodiversity happen in academic circles, and they need to reach people making day-to-day decisions in agriculture. By sharing research findings in an engaging format, the podcast helps drive awareness and action on key sustainability issues. It allows me to gather real-world perspectives from farmers and stakeholders, which enriches my research. I'm also investigating new farming methods. Agroecology is all about integrating ecological principles into farming. I'm assessing the socio-economic impact of how these methods affect farmers' incomes, gender equality, and long-term environmental resilience. Sustainability isn't just about the environment, it has to make economic and social sense for farmers too. A major challenge is aligning policy, financial incentives, and practical on-the-ground action. Many farmers want to adopt sustainable practices, however they face financial and regulatory barriers. That's why my research focuses on bridging these gaps, ensuring sustainability is both achievable and beneficial. Sustainability influences my work in multiple ways, both in research and in education. My background includes a certificate in sustainability and climate risk, and a QQI Level 5 qualification in Environmental Sustainability Awareness in the Workplace. I'm also currently completing the National Forum Digital Badge in Education for Sustainable Development. These credentials guide my approach to integrating sustainability into both my research and teaching. For example, I actively engage in sustainability education. I am a trained FRESC facilitator. I help students understand the science of climate change and empower them to take action. I lead the Children's Leadership Academy in the Business School, where I've certified over 300 primary school students in the Junior Climate FRESC. helping the next generation develop a strong foundation in sustainability to empower them with knowledge and skills that will help them become future leaders in their communities. Ultimately, sustainability is woven into every aspect of my work, from research that drives policy and innovation to education that fosters awareness and action at all levels. This area is important for research because farming is undergoing significant changes due to environmental, economic, and social pressures. Understanding how sustainable practices impact farmers' incomes, gender equity, and long-term resilience helps shape policy that balance productivity with environmental stewardship. Research in this area fills gaps in knowledge about financial barriers, land ownership disparities, and the real-world effectiveness of sustainability incentives. By engaging with farmers, policymakers, and industry stakeholders, this work ensures that sustainability efforts are practical, beneficial, and widely adopted.